Hello, everybody. Welcome to this amazing presentation by evyAI. This is the 10 templates to supercharge your sales. If you're brand new here, let us know where in the world you're dialing in from. Feel free to share your LinkedIn URL in the chat so other people can connect with you. And I see people from Philadelphia. I see people from
When
Boston.
you open up GPT, it's
Mhm.
just Tim Reddy Marketing Assistant.
And I see people from so many different places around the world. Seattle, New Jersey, Kew Garden Hills, Basel. Is it Basel? Probably Basel. California. Close your distractions. Drink some water because a 5% drop in hydration is a 30% drop in energy. And engage with me in the chat. Let me know what your goal is with LinkedIn. Are you looking for more clients? Are you looking for more exposure? Are you looking for more referrals? Are you looking for a job? Why are you looking? What are you trying to do? So, Matthew said he's looking to book meetings. Sheila said she's looking for more clients, exposure, referrals, meetings, so on. LinkedIn is a very powerful platform. And I can say that it's the most powerful platform for people who want to network and build relationships. It has really changed my life. And this is why I've dedicated my career now to kind of just teach people how to properly leverage the platform. So drink some water, get hydrated, engage with me in the chat, don't be shy, and take some notes. And I will be giving you guys a gift and also making a special offer for those that are here that want to learn how to leverage artificial intelligence. And we're going to be using a tool called evyAI. So if you're a business owner, sales marketing professional, a recruiter, a bookkeeper, evyAI can help elevate your business, your networking game, and also your prospecting game to generate a steady stream of leads and opportunities for your business. But you need to have an assistant that will help you do things for you. For example, a comment generator, a post writer, a profile optimizer, a messaging helper, connection customizer, and templates really save me a ton of time. We have some pretty incredible things that we have that we make available to you. But if you take a look at our extension, you're going to be able to see that we have a brand new extension that helps you be able to completely revolutionize the way that you use LinkedIn. Some people dare to say that um, without evyAI, LinkedIn seems to be a time suck. But when you start using these technologies and these strategies, suddenly you get back all your time because you spend a tiny bit of time setting it all up and then you're able to kind of get it all rolling. That's really the key. You know, you spend a little bit of time getting it all set up and then you save a ton of time. In the past day, I left 100 comments on LinkedIn. It's kind of getting faster and faster, the things that I can do because of the shortcuts. So I'm curious to know, how much time do you guys spend on LinkedIn each day? Let me know in the chat. How much time do you spend on LinkedIn each day? I'm curious to know. Like, what do you guys say? Would you guys say, okay, so 4 to 5 hours, 1 to 2 hours? The more time you spend on LinkedIn, even if you're just spending 15 minutes each day, when you're using the technology, you'll end up saving a lot more time as well. So I was talking to artificial intelligence, brainstorming with it, and asking it questions about what it thought in terms of like, what are the different types of templates that can make us the most money, that can save us the most time. And I'm going to share my screen and show you some templates that I recently came up with that I think was pretty interesting. So here are the different types of templates. I'm going to share with you this link in the comments from this post that I posted a few hours ago so you guys have it. In case you want it, here's a link to it. So there's types of templates. So there's DM templates, templates that you use in the direct message. There's comment templates, templates that you use with comments. There's posting templates for like elements of your post. Maybe you always want like the end of your post to look a certain way, or your post to have some meat in it that you keep reusing over and over and over. So you can use templates for posts. And then there's email templates. Let's say, for example, you have certain emails that you send over and over and over. So these are like the base templates that everybody should have.
Excuse me, Joe. Can you zoom in your screen, please?
Yeah. Is this better? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
So
Yes.
these are the 5 base templates that everybody should have: DM templates, comment templates, posting templates, prompt templates, and email templates. The other type of templates that everyone should have is templates related to different activities that they do. So, which one of these 5 activities do you feel like you spend the most time with? Networking, prospecting, marketing, scheduling, or communicating? So, networking are like building relationships and getting to know people. Prospecting is trying to get clients. Marketing is promoting your product or service. Scheduling is like booking meetings and going back and forth with people about this. And then communicating is just general, just communication. So where would you say you spend the most time with? And we can work out some options. By the way, Jen, I see people in the waiting room. We could work out some options for figuring out what are the best templates for each of these categories. And then there's organization templates. There's templates around your company, your brand, events that you're going to or that you've been to, promoting certain things like posts and articles, and then around your target market. So this is or around a specific company. And I'll give you examples of that. So organization templates. And then there's asset specific templates. For example, I have Loom videos. I don't know if you guys use Loom or not, but Loom has been really helpful for me. I actually just made a Loom video. If I go to Loom, I can show you what the video that I did. I made a video related to, let's see, commenting as a company page. I also made a video called the comment saver. So if you want a list of comments, so I'm gonna publish this right over here, and I'm gonna say save comments, commenters from your posts. Here is how you can save your commenters from your posts. And then I'm going to just attach this Loom video. So what I love about Loom is that I can just attach the video here. I'm going to say link to your post with most comments for the month in the comments. Okay, so now I'm going to click on this, and this is going to be like how I use evyAI. That's going to be this here, and then I press post, and now I just posted this right here, and I included the video. But if I want to save this video as a video in my templates to be able to share this video over and over for people, if they want to know how to save the commenters from their posts, because somebody came over to me and said, Joe, I want to be able to take all the people that commented from my post and put them into a spreadsheet, a list of all the people, because this way I see all of my most popular people. How do I do that? And so I vibe coded. You guys know what vibe coding is? I actually vibe coded a new piece of technology. I sat with artificial intelligence, and I vibe coded a new piece of technology that allows me to be able to do this. So I have all different types of resources like this that help me out big time. So if I go over here, I have Loom videos. I have links to different things. I have snippets. So I have links like to my affiliate program. I have links to other people's affiliate programs. I have snippets, which are like little pieces of text that I use. I have in-mails, which are sales navigator in-mails that I send out to people when I'm doing a specific campaign. And then I have my different profiles, like, for example, my YouTube profile, my profile, my Facebook profile, my Twitter profile, and so on. So I have the different profiles. Lori said vibe coded. So the way that I work is I do vibe coding. So like even if I go to my templates now and I search vibe, you'll see I have a vibe coding landing page, which is a prompt of how I vibe code a landing page. And then I have a replay of me vibe coding a class. So I'm going to drop the class in the chat now. Do you see how quickly I shared a list, that utility, that YouTube video in the chat? Go to the chat and look at that YouTube video. So somebody's like, oh, vibe coding? What is that? I have a 1-hour class on vibe coding that I just shared in the chat. Now, would it have been possible for me to be able to go to YouTube, pull up the link, find it, and waste a bunch of time giving you that vibe coding tutorial? Or is it more effective to have a template for everything that you do and everything that you need to share in all the different categories that I share? I share 20 different categories with you guys. You don't have to know all 20 categories right away. Instead, what you're going to do is you're going to find the things that you're doing over and over and over and over. And those are the things you're going to start creating templates around. Now, I have a question. Do you have most of your templates or do you need more templates? So let me know in the chat if you need more or you have most of them. Say have or need in the chat. Have templates or need templates, because we do have template generators that can help you be able to generate templates quickly. And I'm going to show you some of those, but I want to kind of review some of the different template ideas within some of the 20 categories so you guys actually get this going. And by the way, we have office hours every day in our community, and all of our members of our community can join the office hours and can learn how to be able to save templates. And we also have a template party. It looks like we have Carlos here. Carlos, welcome. Carlos is here. Carlos is our office hours, the person who does office hours in the morning. We're going to have Fernando doing office hours in the afternoon too. So we're going to have multiple different time zones that get covered with people that do office hours to help our students be able to learn how to use LinkedIn and to be able to grow their business. Because we have a very big goal to help people generate at least $100,000 in profit every year from LinkedIn. And in order to do that, you need education to know how to get people on the phone. I had a conversation with somebody today. We spoke just for a few minutes. And the person right away became a customer because he saw the value in what we were offering. So I want you to really think about how many conversations are you having on a weekly basis, and templates help me be able to book conversations. So I'm going to show you one template that I used today that turned into an opportunity. That's a very, very simple template. And the template goes as follows. If I want to check in to see if somebody's actually still using LinkedIn, what message do you think I can send them to make life easy for me? What message do you think I could send them to figure out if they're still using LinkedIn? Happy birthday. Okay, that's one. Are you still here? Do you still use LinkedIn? Recent posts. How's it going? Some people just say, how are you? If you send somebody a how are you message and you don't really know them well, it comes off as not authentic and maybe even a little bit annoying. You know what I mean? If I know the person well, how are you sounds perfect. Or if I know them just even a little bit, or we had a conversation before, how are you is okay. Were you kidnapped by aliens? Murray said. That's a funny one. Some people that are a little more business centric might ignore that. They'll be like, this guy's trying to sell me. And a lot of salespeople do that in the email. They send me emails saying, were you kidnapped by aliens? Why are you not responding? What I like to do is something kind of like in the middle, and also give people a reason why I'm asking the question. I think it was Robert Cialdini wrote a book called Influence. Am I right about that? Was it Robert Cialdini? The book Influence talks about how to get people to do things. Yeah, Rick said yes, Robert. He talks about how to get people to do things. And one of the studies he did a lot of studies. Oh, look at that. He's showing us the book Influence. Rick is showing us the book. Awesome. One of the studies he shows is people do things for reasons. That's why people do things. I mean, we live our whole life, for reasons. Everything's a reason. Why am I going to do it? Why am I not going to do it? Why am I going to buy? Why am I not going to buy? Right? Why am I going to get on the call with you? Why am I not going to get on the call with you? It's all about the why. Simon Sinek even said it all begins with why. So figuring out why they should answer your DM or your message or your comment or whatever it is important. So in the template, what I write is the following, and I'll share it with you and I'll share how it works. So watch this. So I'm going to go into my templates over here, and instead of searching the word vibe, I'm going to delete the word vibe here. And in here, I'm going to type in message because I have a category called message. And I have this message here called, do you use LinkedIn? Do you still use LinkedIn? The reason why I ask is because I'm cleaning up my connections and I want to make sure that I'm connected with users that actually use the platform. Let me know. Do you guys see what I did there? Really simple, and I'll kind of share this with you guys in the comments. Really simple. This one is powerful because, sometimes I've been messaging people for a really long time and people just don't respond sometimes. So if I go to connections over here and I search Steve, I'm just going to search Steve. You're going to see, I see a lot of Steves here. You see that? I have a lot of Steves that I'm connected to. I'm going to keep scrolling down. Look how many Steves I'm connected to. I'm going to keep going down. I have a lot of Steves. So if I want to message all these Steves, how do I know what to send them? How do I know? But like, it doesn't really matter what I'm sending them if they're not responding to me, right? And if they're not using LinkedIn anymore, like for example, maybe they died. I know that sounds a little weird, but I actually went through somebody's connections because LinkedIn's been around for 20 years. Could you imagine somebody was already 80 when they started using LinkedIn 20 years ago? They're probably not going to be around now. They're certainly not using LinkedIn. So if I send this guy, let's say Stephen Loeb, I see he doesn't have a message. He doesn't have a thing. And I click here and I've been sending him messages. And then I send him a message and he responded one time back in 2021 and he hasn't been sending me a message. So hasn't been responding to my messages. What I can do is I can simply click in here and then push this little up arrow here. And do you see I sent him this little message over here? I sent Steve this message. Now, Steve got this message. Now, if Steve doesn't answer this message, and I do see that he looked at the last message over here, seen at 2:07 p.m. on June 2024. So I just sent him this message. This message will trigger some people. And then some people will actually respond to it, and we'll start having a whole conversation, which is really interesting. So, for example, I sent this woman this message over here. I said, do you still use LinkedIn? She said, not as much as I used to. I said, got it. If you want to use it more, use evyAI. Can I send you a video? And she said, please do. I'll take a look. And then I sent her the video. And then I sent her a thing. And I said, we're having a class. She's like, yikes, I can't do the class. And I said, I appreciate you, but I'll check the other video. You see that? So we kind of went back and forth and had a conversation and built a little bit of a relationship. She doesn't work for a small company. She doesn't work for a small company. She actually works for a pretty decent sized company. You see that? I want to get into that company. Pretty decent sized company. They have about 10,000 employees. Okay? Financial services company. So I want to get into that company. How do you think I'm going to get into that company? Guys, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to build a relationship with her. But it starts with whatever type of message that you can send somebody to be able to get them to actually respond. And if they don't respond, then the message you're sending to them doesn't resonate with them. Remember, there are 1 billion people on LinkedIn. You cannot send a billion messages, and you can't connect with a billion people. And if you're sending messages to people and they're not responding, they're probably the wrong people. They're probably not active on LinkedIn. 60% of people are not using LinkedIn regularly. So finding the right people is key. And this is one of the reasons why we have an engaged community of 1,000 people. Because I'm not interested in doing business with people that are not engaged, that are not actually responding to me. What's the point? I'm going to send you a message. You're never going to refer business to me if you don't answer my emails or my texts or my LinkedIn's or pick up my calls, or it's impossible to get through to you. There's a billion other people. Find the right people. And there was a time where I just added anybody, but I started curating my list of connections and getting rid of people that are just not responding to me and being okay with it and not feeling like I'm less than. That's important. Don't feel like you're less than if someone doesn't respond to you. It has nothing to do with you. A coach once told me, he's like, don't take responsibility for other people's state. People are in different states, and you hit them up and they're in a state and they get angry. They get upset. Don't take responsibility for other people's states, but have templates for every scenario. I'm going to show you another scenario now. And there are lots of different scenarios, and we're going to discuss triggers, and we're going to discuss different ways of thinking of when to use your templates. And I don't think we're going to be able to cover every little part of templates today, but I think we're going to be able to get through 10 different templates. Now, I'm curious to know, how many of you got the bundle and how many of you need the bundle? Because we do lots of intense training for people that got the bundle. And I see many of you already got the bundle. So have the bundle. If you need the bundle, say I need the bundle. The bundle includes $10,000 worth of LinkedIn training. So I'm curious to know which one of you need the bundle. Looks like everyone here has the bundle for the most part. Don't have the bundle, Matthew said. I don't have it, Brent said. So for those of you that don't have it yet, we're going to help you be able to learn more about how you can get this type of training on a regular basis. Our next 2-hour training is going to be Wednesday, this coming Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. We're going to do a 2-hour training where we go intense and we teach some pretty cool things. And I'm going to show you guys how to use an agent at that point as well. Okay. All right. So check this out. I'm going to show you something incredible. Watch this. So if you go into evyAI, we're going to go to evyAI right over here, and we're going to click on the Learning Hub. In the Learning Hub, we have something called Quick Links, and then we have lots of different options here. One of them is called Birthdays on LinkedIn. So if I click on Birthdays on LinkedIn, I see all these people are having birthdays, right? So I'm going to click on Templates. I'm going to X out of this message over here, and I'm going to search Greeting. So I have holiday greetings and I have DM greetings. One of the DM greetings that I have is a happy birthday greeting. Okay, so today's 4/29, I believe. I'm going to save this greeting over here, and I'm going to close this. And by the way, I can access this on a mobile phone too, so it makes life easy. So I'm going to press this. I'm going to double click on this so it highlights it, and I'll press the up arrow here. And I just injected this template from here to here, and now I hit send. And this is a custom message that I can send all these people. And typically, it would take me a really long time to send people happy birthdays. But now I can send happy birthdays in a matter of seconds. Now I can send happy birthdays in a matter of seconds because I no longer need to like worry if I'm saying the right thing or if AI is doing it right. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't even have to read it. I know what it's going to say. So one of the benefits of using templates over using AI is that the template is predictable. And if it's predictable, then you know every single time it's going to come out correctly. Really powerful. So if whatever happens, there's different scenarios that happen, different triggers, and I'm going to share with you some of those triggers. Now you see this person over here, managing director of targeted oncology. I said, I missed your birthday. This is a belated birthday message. You guys know what a belated birthday is? So belated birthdays are really powerful. It's the next level of birthday message. So over here, I've been messaging. So I've been saying happy birthday quite some time. Now it's time for me to kind of go in for it. So she's a managing editor. Would you be open to a LinkedIn training session to learn how to leverage LinkedIn better? Now, check this out. I'm going to copy this right here, and I'm going to go to new template, and I'm going to call this training. And I'm going to paste this in, and then I'm going to create I can create a new list called feeding DM, or I can just add it to the messaging template. You see that? Would you open to be blah, blah, blah? I'm going to call this training question, and I hit save. Do you see now I have a tiny little template just like this? So whenever you come up with an idea for something that you want to send somebody that you're going to send it multiple times, like a question, like an invitation, like an introduction, like anything that you're going to be doing over and over and over, you see, I'm going from greeting to feeding. So I greeted her. She answered. Now I'm going to feed her, going to try to qualify her, and then eventually meet her and build a relationship and get in the door. I did a training for her company. They have about 600 sales reps. So I want to be able to get them all on evyAI. And so I'm trying to get in. There's multiple ways that I'm trying to get in. So this is one of the ways that I'm going to get in. Having her introduce me to her manager. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the idea. This is the path that I'm going to be taking in the door. Okay. Let's take another approach. But first, I want to show you something interesting. If you go to my posts and activity, and then you click on more and you click on newsletter, I have 3 different newsletters. I have one called Frustration to Motivation. I have one called Advanced LinkedIn Tips and Hacks. And I have one called AI Automation by Joe. This one over here, Advanced LinkedIn Tips and Hacks, I just launched a few weeks ago and already has 6,000 subscribers. I'm going to click on the LinkedIn direct messaging triggers because this one has lots of template ideas for you guys. Okay, so look at all these template ideas. First of all, do you guys know what a pinned connection request is? A pinned post. This is called a pinned. You just write pinned connection request or pinned comment, and then you can pin a comment. So I'll show you how I pin a comment right now. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to select this. I'm going to select comment. And now I have this pinned webinar invite. I'm going to go in here. I'm going to push the up button. and I just will share this little message here. Do you see it says pinned invite? And this is kind of like what it looks like. Interesting, right? I'm able to pin a little comment there. So it's not really pinning the comment, but it's putting the comment in there. And it says pinned comment, like as if it's a pinned comment. Okay. Check this out. I'm going to go down here. I'm going to skip ahead. You don't have to read this entire thing, but look at all these templates. So I have a feeding template right over here. I noticed that you subscribe to my LinkedIn newsletter. I'm curious to know what specific aspects of your industry are you most interested in? That's a feeding template. So I'm asking them a question. Versus a greeting template would be, thank you for subscribing to my LinkedIn newsletter. I appreciate any feedback you might have. So I'm not really asking them for anything. So what stage are you on the relationship with the person? Did you already greet them and now you're trying to feed them, or are you trying to greet them to begin with? So a simple little template like this could be saved into your templates and then shared. And if I go into my newsletter over here and I click on 6,000 subscribers, do you see how many subscribers I have here that I can message? So this guy Max, I can click on message, and now I could just message Max over here. Thank you for subscribing to my LinkedIn newsletter. Do you see that? Does this make sense? Kay, do you have a question? No, you're good? Okay. So you can get all these templates right on my newsletter. So you can go find on my newsletter and see what's going on. Now, I sent this guy a lot of messages, this guy Max, and he has never responded to me yet. That's totally fine. So this is what I do is I click on contact info. I copy his phone number from right here from his contact info. You see that? I copied his phone number. Then what I do is I load him up into evyAI. So I can click on add new profile, put in his first name, his last name, his LinkedIn URL, his company, his headline, and hit save. If you have evyAI Pro, what might happen is you might have a little box that pops up that says add him to save profiles. In this case, I can add him to save profiles. And as soon as it finishes adding him, I can click on this and I could research him to try to have an agent deployed and search for him. You see, it says searching the web for this guy, Max, to learn everything I can about him. And then what I can do is I can pull up my phone system and make a quick phone call to be able to call this person. I'm just going to quickly click on this little phone over here and put his phone number here, and I'm going to call him. Now, why am I going to call him? For the same reason that I messaged him. It's called having a trigger. I'm going to share my computer. Hello, this is okay, he hung up. Let me try this again. He picked up.
This call will be recorded.
Hey, this is Joe
for quality
Apfelbaum. Can you hear
purposes.
me? Max, this is Joe Apfelbaum. I just wanted to thank you for subscribing to my LinkedIn newsletter. Did you see that I sent you a thank you on LinkedIn? Max. Hello?
Yeah.
Did you see I sent you a thank you on LinkedIn? I just wanted you to know that I'm a real person. I'm not just a robot or something. I know a lot of robots are calling these days.
Oh, I swear to God, I thought it was one of them.
I know. So I just wanted to say, dude, I actually freaking saw that you saw my last message when I wished you happy birthday and you didn't reply to me. And I was like, okay, he's an October 9th type of kid. You know, he's not replying to people. I think the Libras don't reply very much. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just saw we were connected a million years ago, and I figured, you know what? We connected a long time ago. Did we meet in Miami? My parents actually live in Hollywood. Did we meet when I came to Miami or no? Were you
You
in
know,
a?
I'm still trying to figure out if you're real.
Okay, well, are you French?
Yes.
Okay, maybe that's why you're a little skeptical. I was just in Paris last New Year's. I went to Paris, and I felt like the French people were just a little more skeptical than the British. The British are more happy-go-lucky. Am I right about that?
Yeah, no, but I'm in the world of AI, so you can imagine my heart is just not trusting anything.
100%. You have your antennas up. So why are you not posting on LinkedIn if you have 4,000 followers? You're not interested in getting more exposure?
Yeah, I actually used to follow your content. Why I'm not, frankly, I don't know.
You haven't
Why?
even, maybe because you're just not, you don't really, no one woke you up. I'm here to wake people up. That's what I'm here to do, Max. I'm here to call people up, wake them up and say, listen, let's get some clients. Let's do some fun things on LinkedIn. Especially if you have thousands of followers already, you may as well. Some people don't have any. The average person has 440 connections on LinkedIn. You have 4,000. You're like a chief. You know what I mean? You're a CEO and a chief. Do you sell to data centers? Do you sell like internet to data centers or to like regular companies?
No, I'm mostly data center oriented, but no, I don't sell to regular companies yet, though I would love
Okay.
to, but yeah.
Awesome. Well, I would love to show you if you're into AI, you probably would love to see the agent that told me everything about you and that gave me all your information telling me about the SD-WAN impacting enterprises, networking strategies that I should talk about, and the common pitfalls of businesses with CCAAS and how it can be avoided, or your vendor neutral approach, and all the different things it told me to chat with you about. It said that we can talk about how you facilitate seamless transitions to cloud infrastructures and all the jazz that enterprises want to talk about. And the fact that you have 15 years of experience in telecommunications and all the jazz, I think there's an
Mhm.
opportunity for us to be able to do something together, especially if you take a look at what our AI agents can do in terms of doing research on each of your 4,000 connections with a click of a button. Would you want me to send you a quick video and then maybe we could do a follow-up call next week at some point? Maybe Monday?
Um,
If
where
you're,
are you located, by the way?
I'm located in New Jersey. I was in Brooklyn for
Ah,
40 years, but then I said, you know what? I'm sick of the grass in Brooklyn. It's only grass you can smoke. I need some grass I could walk on. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm. No, I used to live in Brooklyn too, so okay.
Oh, that's what part of Brooklyn did you live in?
Well, I'm gonna give it away then. I'm a Crown Heights guy.
Oh, Crown Heights. So you're a Lubavitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wonderful. I went to Lubavitcher Yeshiva. That's how I grew up. Maybe that's how we're connected.
Yeah,
Is your
very
name
well,
Moshe?
yeah.
Is your name Moshe?
No, Mendy.
Mendy. Amazing. Oh, Mendy. Okay. Your name sounds really familiar. You're Mergi.
Mendy
Mergi's
Mergy.
Mergi's a famous family, no?
It's a what?
It's a famous family in Chabad.
Yeah, yeah, in France, exactly. I have a
Yeah,
huge
yeah,
family.
yeah. Okay, cool. Yes, I think we should chat. We don't have to chat now. I know I interrupted you. We should chat next week at some point. I'm send you a video, watch it, and then maybe let's chat next week. And send me a smiley face in
Um,
the DM if you want to. I'd love to get a little bit of feedback from you.
yeah. Send me something. I know what you used to do. I used to frankly it used to be a time when I was extremely like trying very much to be sort of like posting stuff. Mm, I haven't looked at LinkedIn. I probably just went back now because I'm looking for a specific contact, a specific company, but I really don't go there. And I thought to myself, if I don't go there, I guess nobody, like it's not like
Yeah. I mean, if you don't
it's
go
mostly
there, obviously
sales.
none of the 1 billion people are either doing it. It's obvious. That's how LinkedIn made $1 billion in profit last year from no one going to LinkedIn.
Okay, all right, it making sense. No, but I'm saying it's the salespeople do the vendors, the buyers is what I'm saying is like when I talk
100%.
to my buyers, but maybe I'm wrong. Like I'm in
I
a
don't
niche
think you're
industry as well,
wrong.
so
I don't think you're wrong. I think you're 50% wrong. 50% of the people are not going, 50% of the people that are going. And if you pay attention to the people that are not going, you're going to fail. And if you pay attention to the people that are going, you're going to scale. And I want you to be a whale if you want to be a whale. If not, we can
yeah.
play with the shale. Bottom line is because you have high dominance, because you're a leader, and because you're active on social profiles like LinkedIn and Facebook or whatever, it suggests the AI is telling me that you have a high DI. That means you would be very successful as a leader and very successful as a person who would be able to share themselves online. And you have a very balanced introversion, extroversion. So you can go either way. Am I right about that? You're kind of balanced. You're neither introverted nor extroverted. You're kind of both.
That's a very safe place to be. You're right. I would say yeah. Half people know me as an introvert, the other half know
But
me as
you're but
extroverted.
you're a person that is very direct and you like efficient communication. So you're very to the point and you're like very data driven. and
Well, that's
analytical. Yeah. So I
So how do you get all
analyzed
of that done?
my artificial intelligence did all the research on the fly as I'm talking to you. It did a full Myers-Briggs, a big 5 trait indicators and communication preferences and specific words that I need to use in order to encourage you to be able to be more successful.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's incredible. I'll make you a little Loom video, a private one that I can show you everything, and then you can decide if this is something that you want to try it. And by the way, I'll give you a special Chabad special, a special deal.
I love it. Okay, funny. All right, cool. I'm gonna be in touch. No
All
problem.
right. Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thanks, Chabad.
Let's just take a moment and take a deep breath. What happened?
Took a guy from unengaged to totally engaged.
He hasn't responded to me since 2019. 2019, he hasn't responded to me. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, how did you go into that deep research? You were just sitting there. You do what you do best, and that's
It's very,
rapid fire.
it's very simple. It's very simple. I saved him to evyAI. Step number 1, save into evyAI because I have evyAI Pro. Saved him into evyAI. That's number 1. Once he's saved in evyAI, on the bottom, there's a little row that says AI research. Now, there are 5 separate agents you can research with. The first agent is the OpenAI one that searches the web for me. I don't have to search the web. The agent will search the web and find all the relevant information. The second one is Perplexity. The third one is Copilot. The fourth one is you.com. The fifth one is Mindy. So there's a whole bunch of them that you can choose. If one doesn't give you info or it's down, the other one will give you info. And you guys get, if you're a pro member, you get unlimited access to the research. The second thing that I did that's relevant to this webinar is that I have additional templates that I can use to speak to the agent to allow the agent to do further research. One of the templates is called a personality template that writes about 40 words, 400 words prompt that will then prompt the AI to do that Myers-Briggs and to do the DISC assessment and to give me the communication preferences. And by the way, even if you just talk about what you're doing with the prospect, whether you're selling direct mail or printing or recruiting or whatever it is, and tell them the tech that you're using to get to know them because people are really smart, they're not stupid, that's going to impress them enough to want to do business with you. You get what I'm saying? Like, even if you just talk about evyAI, I'm not telling you to talk about evyAI in all your sales calls, but like, I talk about Otter. Hey, Otter, can you summarize the conversation that I had with Max?
So, do you have that prompt somewhere on the deep research?
It's in
on
the
template?
community. Yeah, just search personality in the community and you'll find it.
Okay.
So let me show you again where the research button is. Let me show you where the research button is real quick. So if I pull up anybody's profile on LinkedIn, I'm going to go to my own.
Joe, it all looks so simple when you do it, but when I need to try to do it afterwards, I can't remember exactly how you did it.
That's okay. That's why we have office hours every single day. So all of our evyAI Pro members can benefit from learning how to do little simple things. So you see Dale looked at my profile just now. So I'm going to click on Dale's profile. And then on the right side, you see it says profiles here. I click on profiles. And if Dale is saved, I'm going to refresh Dale's profile here. It should automatically show up here. It's going to say, do you want to save Dale's profile? Do you see it says save it? So I'm going to press save Dale's profile. Now what I can do is I can click on his profile. I can click on the drop down. I can put him into a list called evyAI Pro. You see that? I just saved him. And then what I can do is I can click on the AI research. I can pick one of these 5. I'm going to click on the first one, and it's going to start researching him in the background. I'm going to go back to his here, and I'm going to look to see if he posted recently. And I do see he posted. So I'm actually going to save his link to his recent posts here as the link, so it shows up as a quick link button. You see that? I took his recent activities, and I saved it here. We originally were doing that automatically, and LinkedIn asked us to please not do that because they call it deep linking. It's not true. It's not, according to our lawyers, but we're not going to argue with them. We just removed it and add a little box that you can add your own link there. which actually helps you because sometimes you'll want to add Facebook or Instagram or something else there if the person's not active on LinkedIn or their blog or their podcast or whatever, or their newsletter. So we actually made this link available to be any link, but who cares? The bottom line is if you go into here to content, and I want to leave I already left him a comment on that. So Dale, I already left you a comment on this. I'm going to leave you a comment here. I just press Alt G, and then the AI writes the comment, and now I can just share the comment right there. Do you see that? Do you see how quickly I left Dale the comment there? But let's go back into the deep research that you asked me about. It says Dale's the president and creative director of Canyon Creative, a Las Vegas-based blah, blah, blah. Here's his LinkedIn, his Facebook, his Instagram, conversation starters, potential business opportunities. I can save all this information. I can open up Dale's profile, and then what I can do is I can click on networking and hit add a note, and then just save it as a note so I have it for later. You see that? This makes my life so much easier. Now, what I could also do is I can go back into Dale's profile. I can click on contact info here, and if his phone number is here, I can save his phone number into evyAI. You see that? Copy, paste, save. His email address, copy, paste, save. And now if I go into here, everything is saved here. I got his email, his phone, his link. Under networking, I have his notes. I have the AI research. Everything is done here. If I want to use templates together with this, let's say, for example, I want to use a template in ChatGPT to automatically write something about him, I would go into templates. I would pick a prompt. For example, I could do the personality prompt. In this case, I'm going to do the networking intro prompt. And then it's going to write a networking intro about Dale. So let's see what it does. But it's going to pull it not from information from LinkedIn. It'll pull it information from the web. It'll kind of research the web and pull all the information related to him. So you see, meet Dale, president and creative director at Canyon Creative. With over 30 years experience, Dale specializes in blah, 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 blah. Do you see that? A nice little intro about him. I can copy this if I want, and I can save it under the account here as a note so that I can use this later to introduce him to people in my network that want to meet him. You see that? Log note. I can also put it in the Zoom so you guys can meet him. I'm going to paste
Joe,
that.
I have a question here. At which point do you hit a ceiling with a standard account plus templates and justify Sales Navigator investment?
So you don't need Sales Navigator. I just saved the thing there. You don't need Sales Navigator unless you're going to be communicating with people that you're not connected to. I was teaching this yesterday to somebody in our Sales Navigator class, and I said, and by the way, what version of LinkedIn do you guys have? In the chat, let me know right now. What version of LinkedIn? Do you have free? Do you have premium? Do you have Sales Navigator? Do you have Recruiter? What do you have right now? Let me know right over here. Okay, so we have Recruiter, Premium, Premium Free, Sales Navigator, Free. Sales Navigator costs $99 a month or about $1,000 a year. That's around the price. I pay like $800 a year because I've been doing it for 5 years or 10 years or whatever. So I have like a fee from back then. I'm grandfathering in from since the first time I was paying for it. The reason I like Sales Navigator is because I can message about 10,000 people a year that I'm not connected to if it's an open profile. If somebody has an open profile on Sales Navigator, you can message them and it doesn't cost a credit. So Sales Navigator is extremely powerful. But if you're paying for premium and you're paying $80 or $75 a month for premium, you may as well pay $100 a month and get Sales Navigator. But you have to use it if you're going to get the benefits of it. That's what I would say. If you're paying $800 for premium, pay $1,000 for Navigator, you get an extra 10,000 messages you can send to people you're not even connected to. I actually closed a few deals just from doing that last month. Really powerful. But, it's just a matter of like how much time do you have to invest in doing it, and do you want to use technology that will help you be able to auto send messages. But templates will just make it faster. So if you start a campaign, let's say, for example, I want to start a campaign to chief revenue officers and companies. I can save a Sales Navigator template and then inject that template into Sales Navigator. Of course, I can use AI, but AI is a little unpredictable with what it's going to do. With a template, it becomes predictable. You know exactly what it's going to say. That's why the 3 core tenets of evyAI is number one is the AI writer to help you be able to do comments, posts, messages, invitations, and recommendations and all the stuff. The second thing you need is understanding how to use lists, how to organize the lists, and how to use AI research with the lists. And then the third thing is templates. Now, templates works with everything. Templates, and then the AI writer works with everything, and the profiles work with everything. So those three things kind of intertwine with each other. So you can use the AI writer to comment on someone's post that's on your list, and then you can supplement it with a template. You can use a template as a prompt to prompt the AI what it should write the comment about. Do you guys get what I'm saying? And you could
So
even
how to use templates when you're using the AI writer?
I'll show you. It's very simple. So let's go into the AI writer real quick. I'll show you on the back end first. Like, so if you go to the post writer over here, do you see it says little templates over here? So we're going to call this Ada. So you see I have a little copywriting template. So I say create a LinkedIn post using the Ada model: attention, interest, desire, action. Start with a hook that grabs attention, then build interest, and blah, 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 blah. Make it about how CFOs need LinkedIn. Okay, I'm going to use my persona Joe Applebaum here, and I'm going to hit generate. And it's going to generate a post that has this little Ada model. Do you guys get it? You see? Attention. And then it kind of breaks the whole thing down. If you want to be able to do this in the side panel, you click on the AI writer, and you also have the little templates here. Do you see? All the templates are here. So you can inject a template into the command box. I did it in the back end, then I did it in the side panel. Make sense? If it makes sense, put a $sign, because if it makes dollars, it makes sense.
Thank you.
How do I download all the templates you use? Michael, all the templates are available in our community. They're all available in our community. I'll show you where in the community you could find it, but everyone in here should be in the community. We have a community called the Engaged LinkedIn Users Community, and all those templates are available for you guys in the community. I also have many templates available inside my newsletter and inside my posts. So I have many, many templates available. I'm also going to give you guys as a gift for being here today a template generator. Now I have a few different template generators, and we can even meet with you one-on-one to help you be able to build your templates if you want. Just come to our office hours. There's usually not a lot of people in the office hours. And also, Steve on Thursdays does a template party. Steve, do you want to tell everyone quickly about the template party for evyAI Pro members?
Briefly, yeah. Thursdays, 10 a.m. Eastern time. You can adjust that in other time zones, 10 a.m. Eastern. We gather, we give some little training, not quite as heavy duty as what Joe's done here. But everybody will certainly know what to do. We share templates, we share use and utility, and we try to brainstorm on certain ideas. We also have kind of a theme of the week that we try to do, like going into certain types of profiles and things like that. So everybody welcome. Doesn't matter if you're level, beginner, expert, novice, Tyro, whatever. Love to have you. I can put a link in the chat if that's okay, Joe, or if you want to drive people to it through school, up to you.
Yeah, I would prefer people join school and kind of get it there, but if you want to drop the link, you can. Doesn't really matter to me. But check this out. I have a simple template generator that I showed you, that I gave you guys. This one doesn't use AI. It's just a networking template generator. You put in your first name, your last name, your title, your company, your contact details, and your industry experience. Then you answer a few questions about your value proposition, your personal touch, and you hit save information. Once you save the information, on the top here, you can choose what type of template you want. So maybe you want a meeting request template. Maybe you want a professional bio. Maybe you want an email signature, a speaker introduction, a networking introduction script. You just click generate and instantly it appears. Why? Because this is using JavaScript. It's not actually using AI. It's basically taking a combination of the different things that you put in here and turning it into a template for you. So it's really quick, it's easy to use, and it's not AI. I also included an AI. And do you see all these little template shortcuts? The way I pasted everything into Zoom, it's because if I type in template, it automatically shows me all the template shortcuts that I have. So I shared an article with you guys, I shared a template generator, and then I shared a simple template generator. So this will make your life very, very easy, and that's my little gift to you guys, no matter what you're using. But if you'd like to get the bundle, just write need the bundle in the chat. And if you already have the bundle and you're getting a lot of benefit from it, Murray, you've been doing a lot of LinkedIn training for a long time. Can you tell everybody unmute yourself. Tell everybody why you love being a part of evyAI.
Yeah, so thanks, Joe. Yeah, I've been on LinkedIn for over 20 years, back in the Jurassic period. And I thought I knew what I was doing, and I built up 20,000 connections, but that doesn't do anything unless you do something with it, right? And I'm a student of LinkedIn, and it just takes a little tweak to make a big difference. And then I met you, and wow, I mean, you're like a PhD, and I'm still in kindergarten. So I'm telling you, if you're serious about LinkedIn, or if you want to get serious about LinkedIn, um, if you don't use if you don't take advantage of the stuff that he's offering with evyAI, and by the way, it's not just the tech, it's the coaching, it's the community. This is a whole ecosystem. It's not, you're just not getting some software platform and, sent off to do it on your own. It's very
Yeah.
supportive, and he comes up with new stuff all the time.
Can you tell
You got to
everybody
hire people just to
in 30
go ahead.
seconds, tell everybody the problem you were having with, and that we solved with a custom
So,
extension.
yeah. So, Joe, unbelievable. So this is the second event I'm running on LinkedIn to show people, because I believe in sharing, and I also believe in making money. As an affiliate to evyAI, we set up an event, and Joe is going to speak. I would encourage anybody who's using evyAI to consider doing this. Last time we had 240 sign up. We're over 220 right now. The event is Thursday. Bottom line is, I got stuck. I needed to do some messaging to the people who had signed up, and and you can see who signed up, but you can't do anything with it. I messaged Joe within 12 hours. He had another freaking tool that he came up with that created a spreadsheet with everybody's email on it. It's just unbelievable. It never ends. It's just really amazing. I highly encourage everybody to get the bundle.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm happy to create custom software for you guys if you have an issue that you want to solve. I had another evyAI Pro user come up to me today and said, Joe, I want to take all the people that have commented on my post and put them into a spreadsheet. How do I do that? And so while he was on the phone with me, in 5 minutes, I built him a piece of software that he selects all the people that commented on his post, pastes it into a box, and it makes it into a spreadsheet. And his mind was completely blown. My mind was blown that it only took me 5 minutes to do. Gemini 2.5 Flash is very fast at developing software. And so I just pasted it in there, told Gemini do it, and then Gemini just did it, and it worked on the first shot. And I was surprised because most of the time I have to argue with it for an hour. But it's just incredible what you can do now with AI. And Canva is rolling out AI coding within Canva. So you can now talk to it, tell it what you want, and it makes you a website. It's just unbelievable. So yeah, so if you guys are stuck and you need something, let me know what you need. I'm always happy to try to, if it doesn't work on LinkedIn, I'll develop either an extension or some way to get it done. We'll figure out a way to get things done. I'm doing a lot of training with super agents right now to be able to have agents that go off on the internet. And my dream is to be able to have you guys just get leads every day without you having to do much work. And that's kind of like where we're headed in the world. And I'm doing a lot of cutting edge research to try to figure out how can I just deliver leads to you guys without you guys doing anything, just sitting around waiting for the leads to come in. And all you guys have to do is tickle the lead. And the lead just laughs like you tickle Elmo. All right. So if you guys want to sign up to the bundle, I'm going to show you guys how to be able to do it right now. And if you guys do sign up right now, I'm going to give you guys a special bonus for those of you that are signing up right now. I know many of you already have it, but if you go evyai.com/bundle, try to do it right now if you can. There's a special class that I'll be giving you if you sign up now. And everyone's saying, Barbara's saying the bundle's worth it. Barbara, you host an event every Friday, a posting party where everyone kind of supports each other and all the pro members get together and they give each other engagement on their posts. So thank you for doing that, Barbara. And if you're a pro member, we allow you to host your own events in our community. I'm going to share my screen and show you guys how easy it is to sign up to the bundle if you don't already have it. And remember, we have a great affiliate program. So for those of you that haven't taken advantage of it, many of our clients are earning commissions from just sending people to this. So this is how you do it. You go to evyai.com/bundle. You put in your email address, and then you hit claim deal after you check these two buttons. And then you get access to our Evergreen Networking System, which is the most detailed video course and coaching program for business owners and entrepreneurs just like you who want to learn how to master LinkedIn. It has a 9-module course with frameworks, checklists, cheat sheets, and scripts. We do 2 hours of intense LinkedIn training every month. I would do it more often, but people get very overwhelmed sometimes from the amount of information they get. So it takes them like a couple weeks for them to unpack everything they learned. And then yeah, and trust me, I would do this every day if you guys were into it. Like I have like over 100 hours of stuff that I can share. So like there's a tremendous amount of stuff that we can do together. But this will give you guys a really good insight on how to generate at least $100,000 a year. And then you get unlimited access to the agents, to the commenting, posting, messaging, connection notes, um, and then office hours every day and dedicated pro support and a connections dashboard and all the jazz that you need. So sign up today and you'll get an extra bonus. We'll throw in the LinkedIn Influencer Summit, which is 4.5 hours of the top training from top influencers. And then you'll also get a 3-hour recording as a bonus for signing up now, a 3-hour recording of how to do deep research with artificial intelligence. So if you're in it, just say I'm signing up. If you haven't signed up and you're signing up, just let us know that you're signing up so that we could reserve your spot. We're not going to make this available forever because we want people to pay the $10,000 for the Evergreen Networking System separately. And we have many people that have gotten tons of value. We have one woman, Sarah, that signed up to it. She generated $500,000 and she was so happy that she spent 10 grand on it. It was one of the best investments she ever made. Rick said the Influencer Summit alone is a $500 value. It's a no-brainer, so thank you. So if you guys are going to sign up, just say I'm in. If you haven't signed up yet so that I know who's in. And yeah, our whole entire community is here to just support you and to lift you up. We're here to support each other. That's our goal. And for those of you that are here now and you want to, in the comment, tell me, like, what is your number one keyword when it comes to using LinkedIn? Thomas said, I'm converting from monthly. Thank you, Thomas. If you have Pro, you already have access to Evergreen. I hope I wanted to know. Yes. If you got the bundle, then you already have access to Evergreen. So what's the keyword, the number one keyword that that represents your business? Rick says the community's priceless. We have an accountability group on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. That's really good, very powerful. Michael says gotta go. Thank you, Michael. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here. What's your number one keyword when it comes to what you do for a living? Go ahead and put it in the chat. It could be one word or 2 words. Recruiting, the company's worth the cost alone. I'm part of another community. I pay $6,000 a year to be part of that community. And it's just 80 members. Over here, you're getting a group of 1,000 engaged LinkedIn users. Very powerful. So sign up to the bundle. Eugene said outcomes. Awesome. Thanks a lot, Jacob said. Awesome. Thank you very much. Kara said B2B marketing. Incredible. Creative, Dale said. That's awesome. All right, so we're going to be hosting more events this coming month. I want to just tell you guys about some of the events that we're going to be hosting so you guys know what's going on here. I'm going to click on calendar just to kind of see what we have going on. So tomorrow we have office hours at 11 a.m. and then we're hosting onboarding at 5 p.m. So if you guys are brand new and you're not sure how to sign in to evyAI and how to use it, make sure that you go to the onboarding tomorrow at 5 p.m. Then on Thursday, we have a template party at 10 a.m. to get all your templates, all the things that we learned here today. We have office hours at 11 a.m. And then on Friday, we have a posting party that Barbara's hosting at 11 a.m. And then we also have office hours. And then next month, we're going to be hosting some really cool events. The highlight for me is going to be the 7th, the LinkedIn strategy session on the 7th at 10 a.m. That's going to be a 2-hour session, which it's going to be a really incredible session on how to properly leverage LinkedIn to be able to be successful. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Hopefully you got all the bonuses and you got all the little gifts for being here. And thank you for being in my life, and I'm glad you got value from it. What was the number one thing you took away from this? If you want to share that in the comments, feel free to do that as we wrap up. For me, it was that You got to pick up the phone and call people, but use templates to be consistent and have a strategy when you're using templates. Templates are gold, whether you're sending happy birthdays, whether you're trying to figure out if somebody's even on LinkedIn, whether you're greeting them, you're feeding them, you're trying to build a meeting. I showed you 20 different types of templates that you need to be creating for yourself. I gave you a template generator. And I showed you in real time how I went from sending a template to somebody to picking up the phone, calling them, having a conversation that, in my opinion, lasted too long. But I could have been on the phone with the guy for an hour. If you guys weren't here, I would have just spent my time doing a demo for him in real time and then getting him to sign up to it because he was like, oh my God, he was so baffled by it. So yeah, that's the idea. All right. Excellent. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'll see you guys very soon. Appreciate you. Boom.
Joe, I have a quick question.
Go ahead,
So
Ahuva.
I'm thinking of getting an iPad for when I travel. How does evyAI work on an iPad? Does
You
it work or it's like an iPhone that you can't do so much?
Chrome extensions don't work on iPads, so the Chrome extension won't work, but you'll still have access to evyai.com and the mobile website. If you go to app.evyai.com/portal, you'll be able to access that from your mobile phone, and that looks
Oh,
like
you have an app? I'm gonna download
it
it for
looks
the
like
iPhone.
it
But you
looks
say
like
you can't have the sidebar on the iPad.
you can have the side panel. It's called a side panel, not a sidebar. The side panel.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just wanted you to know the technical thing. Um, the side panel works as a Chrome extension, and Chrome extensions don't work on iPads or iPhones yet. When they start working on it, it'll be available there. But right now, it doesn't work on it.
Okay, what's your app called?
It's not in the App Store. You just open up a regular browser and you go to app.evyai.com/portal. But come to the office hours and we'll show you how to use it.
Okay, fine.
Thank you, Ahuva, and thank
Thank
you
you.
everybody else. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.